If you would have told me all the way back in 2014 that we would eventually get a retool of a Crosshairs figure into Optimus Prime, I would not have believed you. But here it is. Here is the Transformers Bingo Sports Optimus Prime in all of its weird glory. So as far as I know, Bingo Sports is basically just the brand of race car this is. And yeah, they decided to make an Optimus Prime out of it. And they did so by retooling Studio Series Crosshairs. And yeah, it's very interesting. I'm not exactly sure how much they've retooled, but I can tell this is a Studio Series Crosshairs that they have retooled into Age of Extinction style Optimus Prime. So yeah, this is very peculiar, very odd. But I guess it kind of works since AOE Prime's design by nature has like no car mode exposed, and Crosshairs by nature is just a shell former because of his trench coat. So yeah, I guess we'll open this up, see how it's looking, see how this is going to end up. I am very uncertain. I'm very uncertain of how this is going to be. And looking at it immediately, yeah, I mean, you can tell it's Crosshairs. You can tell. So the arms appear to be the same. The shoulders are new. The torso is new. I don't know how much of the car is new. Actually, seems like a lot of it is perhaps new. Like that side seems new. The feet are the same. The legs are the same. The head is obviously different. Yeah, that is weird, man. And he also just has a lot of gray plastic similar to the Studio Series, but I think the color is actually a little bit nicer this time around. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this guy all snipped out. He's got the annoying snips. Even Takara Tomy does it. Because I didn't mention, this is like a Japanese figure. This is a Takara figure. This is not something you can just order or like walk into Walmart and find. You can order it from United States sellers like Big Bad Toy Store. That's where I got mine. But yeah, it's a Japanese product. There's a lot of little ties. So many ties. Oh my god, they even have like an X tie in the back? Why? Why? No. He is free. Oh boy. As an Optimus Prime collector, when I first saw this thing, I was very fascinated, shall we say, with the existence of this. I was very fascinated. I mean, number one, it's a deluxe Optimus, which isn't something we see super often. We are seeing it more and more, though, like the Studio Series Devastation, Transformers 1, things like that. But it's a deluxe Age of Extinction Optimus, which is something we have never seen before. We've never gotten this design for Optimus in a deluxe form. But number two, obviously, as you can see, it's a retool of Studio Series Crosshairs. It's kind of funny, given how both of these are Age of Extinction characters. But yeah, it's so peculiar, isn't it? It's so peculiar. So he does have his spoiler. I don't know if we can just attach this and just keep it on his back. It looks like we can. Similar to Crosshairs, if we do just want to keep it back there, looks like that's an option. But I noticed on the box, we can give him this new gun. This is a newly designed gun. And we can put the Bingo Sports spoiler on the gun. And that's kind of cool. I'll probably end up displaying him with that. He does obviously have the hip skirts. I had him in front in Crosshairs style, but it seems like from all the images, you're supposed to have him off to the side. And it's kind of supposed to replicate the night skirting that I guess, you know, Age of Extinction Prime has. You can see, like, he's got the flames, he's got a little bit of gold, he's got the little front skirt, he's got a new head sculpt, new shoulders. Like, they did put some effort into making this, you know, the Age of Extinction Last Night Optimus style. He's got flame paint on his arms. I really dig this. He does also have the standard Crosshairs guns if you wish to use those with him. I personally don't. I believe he has storage back here, right? Can we just store them back here? Yeah. I'll probably just keep these stored back here. You can store them in the same spot for vehicle mode storage, if I'm not mistaken. Dude, this figure is just so wacky. It's so wacky. I actually really like the head sculpt. I think that's a pretty good interpretation of AOE Prime. The chest, again, looks nice. It's not bad looking, dude. I mean, sure, he's covered in kibble, but when does AOE Prime not have tons of kibble? And you can see, like, the paint on this car is very deluxe looking. Like, look at that. Like, it's got gradient. Like, that is a straight-up race car deco, and they put a lot of effort into it. I'm very excited to see that alt mode, but we got to spend a little bit more time in this robot mode just because it's so surreal to me, having a deluxe version of this Prime design. It's very surreal. Articulation is going to be the same as Crosshairs. You got a ball joint at the head, ball joints at the shoulders, which are going to be a little bit limited with the shoulder pads. He's got a bicep swivel. He's got an elbow. I almost called it a knee. That is definitely not a knee. You technically have in and out with the wrist for transformation. You can move this skirting all around if you want. It's also on a hinge, and it's also on that hinge as well. Nothing at the torso. You do have ball joints at the... Oh my goodness. You do have ball joints at the hips, which give you a good amount of range. Thigh swivel, double jointed knee, which goes all of the way. And then his foot can move up and down, and it's on a ball joint, and it's on a hinge. So you get a lot of range at the foot there. So the articulation's not bad. It's definitely not bad articulation. It's just so weird, man. And it's very interesting, too. You could probably pass this off as just a deluxe Age of Extinction Prime if you want, given how a lot of the Bingo sports car stuff is very easy to ignore, given how it's just all hanging off of him like Kibble tends to do. I guess this just shoots off. Is that a secret action feature? Shooting off Bingo Sports spoiler action? I guess. For comparisons, bringing in Crosshairs again, I gotta show how weird this is. It's just so odd. If you do want to see more about this Crosshairs, I did make an old versus new if you want to check that out, but I will transform him for the vehicle mode comparison so we can see how the alt modes differ. And of course, perhaps the most topical comparison, here he is with the Studio Series Age of Extinction Last Night Optimus. Yeah, I can definitely see the difference in the grays. For not being painted silver, I think this one looks a lot nicer with that lighter gray. Both of them are sorely lacking in paint, but I do have to say this one has a lot more paint, especially in the vehicle mode. Yeah, they're both nice interpretations of Age of Extinction Prime. Obviously, this one's going to be the most accurate when it comes to transformation and actually turning into a truck, having the proper scale. But when it comes to the colors and everything, I actually prefer the little Bingo Sports guy. Oddly enough, though, these are both almost the same price. Very, very interesting how that worked out, didn't it? Alright, so I guess we can go ahead and get this weird Optimus transformed. So I don't know if this gun does anything. I'm not going to worry about it. It looks like it has like a little peg, so it might do something. But I know we'll need to put this on. I'll put that on at the end. So I've transformed Crosshairs a couple times for practice, because I don't want to mess this guy up. I've heard there's some stability issue with this Bingo Optimus, so I would rather not goof it up, especially with how much I paid for it. So hopefully I have the transformation down to a T. Hopefully I've figured it out by now. And I do already have Crosshairs all transformed and ready for the comparison. But yeah, it's just so weird seeing an Optimus Prime that turns into a sports car. Like, we've seen him turn into a lot, but I don't think a sports car has been something he's turned into quite yet. But now he has. Hooray! One step I always forget is moving the waist. I always seem to neglect that step. But thankfully, I know it this time around. Alright, and then the back kibble is a big ordeal. There is a lot of stuff back here, and I don't want to mess it up. So, I had success by kind of like turning this into like a wing, and then moving this big panel forward. Yeah, that's gonna work. There we go. That'll do it. That'll do it. And then bringing all this forward. We can see that this car has a lot of awesome detail. I can also tell the joints are a lot tighter on this guy than they are on Crosshairs, which is a little concerning for me, if you want to know my opinion on that matter. But yeah, this guy is literally just a shell former. He is the textbook definition of a shell former. It's essentially a shell. I love all the yellow. It's very, very vibrant. And when I open this guy in my BBTS pile of loot unboxing, I don't know if that'll come out first or what, but I mentioned how the colors on this guy really remind me of Jeff Gordon. If you're a 2000s kid, like I am, I was born 98. Jeff Gordon's NASCAR was very, very prevalent in the popular culture of the early 2000s. You could not escape that car. Toys, merchandise, commercials, that car was everywhere. And for good reason, too. It was a super iconic NASCAR design for a super iconic driver. All right, we're almost done. Just got to get the arms tabbed in. And then we got to get all of this weird kibble sorted out. Definitely still a lot to finesse with. All right, so go ahead and get these big side panels down and tabbed in. And I did keep the guns in the proper storage spot. Oh my gosh, this looks sick. This is covered in paint. Oh my gosh. Dude, this looks awesome. So I've never been like big on NASCAR or like race car stuff. I know this is not NASCAR. It's Bingo Sports, whatever that is. Maybe it's like an Asian, like Japanese racing thing. But my cousin was really big into NASCAR, and he had a whole collection of cars and everything. And being able to kind of have that experience in my Transformers collection is always very special. You can see it has that little gradient in the paint that you're used to seeing with race cars. Transformers Bingo. Like you can see right there with the flames. All the yellow. Oh, dude, this is sick. This looks nice. This is a really good alt mode. And we have this gun. I see like a weird tab. I don't know if it could go anywhere. Maybe right there? Maybe? Because I see a slot. No. Oh, it goes back there. Yeah, that's terrible. That's why I don't care. But obviously, I have to bring in crosshairs for us to compare, to see the similarities and the differences. So as far as I can tell, the main new sculpting, the front is new. That is a new front bumper. That's a new part. You can see like right there, that's newly sculpted. That's the same. The top seems to be the same. The sides are new. I can definitely tell you the sides are new parts. Like that whole side panel right there, that's all new. The back seems to be about the same. Obviously the spoiler's new. But yeah, there's definitely some new sculpting between Crosshairs and Optimus. It's funny, you can see the tops of their heads out the back window on both of them. That's very funny. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. This Bingo Sports Prime is so cool. I get it. It's a Crosshairs repaint. By nature, Crosshairs is like one of the worst shell formers of all time. He has so much kibble, it's ridiculous. But I don't care, because this is still fun and awesome. I mean, look at the paint on this. Like, this is a novelty. This is a collaboration between Transformers and Bingo, and they wanted to make an Optimus Prime that turned into a Bingo sports race car, and I think they're absolutely 100% successful in that mission. This is awesome. This is sweet, and I'm not gonna lie, I recommend it. I think this is really cool. This is one of my favorite, like, wacko Optimus Primes in my collection. I would say one of my absolute favorites is the Lunar Cruiser. That one was, top tier. But this guy, oh, man, this is cool. I'm thinking about making a... Oh, look at the tires! I just realized that's red and that's blue. Oh, that's so cool. Anyways, I'm thinking about making a video on, like, deluxe Optimus Primes. And I'm happy I got this guy before I made that video. Because this one's... very interesting, that's for sure. Very interesting. Alrighty, guys, there we go. There's my look at the Bingo Sports Optimus Prime collab figure. This one's an absolute winner in my book. So weird. So just out of left field. That's what I love about Transformers collecting. If you want a nice Age of Extinction Optimus, I got news for you. They exist. Several of them exist. But if you want a weird Optimus that turns into like a race car, here you go. Alrighty, guys, thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think about this one down in the comments below. I'm very impressed. Let me just put it that way. Special shout out to channel members, as always. Thank you all so much for the continued support. Have a great one, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.